Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and especially rising sign. Welcome to February of 2024. This is going to be a month of deep soul work. You're going to clean out the clutter inside your psyche, soul, get rid of some bad habits, maybe addictions, but also it's a really good month for healing anything that has ailed you regarding your earnings and money strategies in life. Let's talk about how that unfolds in a breakdown of February. But before I begin, welcome back if you're one of my regulars. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, whole sign houses, and I love the fixed stars and minor asteroids. If you love minor asteroids, geez, try my channel out. I'm always talking about those in my 25 videos I put out every single month. All my videos are all signs, delineations. And so let's get moving. I have a few things underneath the description box. Get my sale for my 2024 deep dive 90-minute videos for each sign. All that information is below. My Patreon community, early access ad-free for $5 a month, everything I put out on YouTube, and classes with me and much more. Everything you need to know is in the more, under the more button is called the description box. And if you want to see me in a reading, get on my wait list. I'm pretty well full till the summer. Okay, so moving into the year, Pisces. Now, first of all, if you're listening for your rising sign, it's like everything about you: sun, father figure, career, purpose; moon, mother figures, house, safety, body, that all those things can be true. So what I want to say is that this Pluto party is kind of a big deal this month, and also this loosey-goosey sextile between Saturn and Jupiter. So the loosey-goosey sextile between Saturn and Jupiter that never quite perfects brings good but not great results, but as good is better than bad, right? Between health and body, between identity issues, that's where Saturn is, floating around through the sky, and Jupiter, things to do with travel and journeys, the online world, social media platforms, things to do with your neighbors and neighborhood and siblings, if I didn't say that, skills-based learning. This is a fishbowl in which you swim. Your third house is your daily, everyday encounters. And that's got a nice vibe to it. And you are Saturnian. Saturn's moving through the house of you or the sign of you ever since last year and will continue to be there till 2026. This is making you more sober-minded, realistic, and serious about your life, and even maybe reflective, nostalgic, and melancholic at times. But as Saturn moves through the house of your identity and body, this is a good vibe for you in the first 2 weeks of February as he flows to Lord Jupiter. And you may have some unexpected travel opportunities as well come up for you this month that are going to bring you satisfaction, especially in the first 2 weeks of February. Now, the energy of the Pluto party is kind of most intense around the 14th to the I'd say the 14th to the 19th. That's when you have 5 planets together in the sign of Aquarius. Of course, a Pluto party because Pluto's there, but it's, Pluto, Mars, Mercury, Sun, and Venus. Now, this is an intense stellium, a bunch of planets all bundled into one side of the sky, and it's going to influence your 12th house, which is your Aquarius whole sign house. And this is a place of deep soul search. This is kind of a spiritual liberation, moksha house. You've got like a tipping scale towards spiritual awakening during the month of February, particularly, as I said, kind of the 13th, 14th to the 19th, when we still have the sun combined forces with everybody in this part of your sky. If you're a spiritual type looking to awaken to enlightenment, I say that's a good time to dive in to your meditation practice. Your dreams at night can be very revealing and active with Mercury here. And you might also find this Pluto party can open up some opportunities for you to experience prosperity or abundance from far off places and foreign shores, commercial activity, borderless income, especially if you're using PayPal, Stripe. But because Pluto, Mars, and Venus and Sun are there, career opportunities from foreign places and foreign lands are very much a possibility for some of you. And lastly, this is a house of hospitals. If someone you know might be in a hospital setting, possibly with the Sun there, a male figure, and you might be getting word of that during this month of February. Now, if we move past the bigger stories, which I just mentioned, I'm going to break down the story based on the movement of Mercury, Venus, and then Mars as they go through different signs in your sky in the month of February. Then we'll do a chronological breakdown of how everything is moving by the dates of 10 specific dates for February. So first of all, Mercury is the messenger of the gods, and he's often connected to news and information, just as simple as that, emails, etc. And on February 5th, he moves into the sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is that 12th house, right? Where all that action is going on that I just told you about. So here, Mercury will enhance your dreams from February 5th to the 22nd. Like your dreams at night can be very revealing and evocative. You might get some kind of information coming or news or phone calls or texts from somebody in a foreign country, especially if they're a powerful and wealthy figure that is important to you. And if you make money in a commercial way using foreign land, borderless income, your money will increase pretty significantly, I would say, during this time because Pluto is with Mercury, and that's like exceptionally good for commercial activity. And that is going to be between, as I said, February 5th to the 22nd. Then we see on the 23rd, Mercury moving into the house of you. Now, this is a yearly story, and it's February 16th to February 23rd to March the 9th this time around. It is a time where he's going to help you be a better communicator, come up with new ideas. He's not in his best form here. He's in his detriment, but it is coming through your sun, career, your moon, home life stories, or your rising, everything about you. And therefore, you may be really preoccupied at this time with ideas that are consuming you, that are serious and realistic, that some ideas of how you wish to make your dreams come true in life. And you may be also focused a little bit on things to do with property, home, and real estate, and kind of ideating what you want to do with that because he rules your fourth house, whole sign fourth house, as well as a more intense communication with your Virgo seventh house people, business partners, and main partners. Or if you serve a client and audience market, you're really busy communicating, speaking, having deep conversations or dialogues with those types of people. Yeah, that's going to go on from February 23rd to March the 9th. And some of you may be talking about how serious this relationship is. Juno in your seventh house. Are you going to commit? Is this going to become a committed long-term love like a marriage? Or illegally, are you going to choose to marry? These are conversations you may have February 23rd to March 9th with an existing partner. Then Venus in Capricorn. She moves into Capricorn on January the 23rd, and she did move there, and she maintains her state there until February 15th. So Capricorn is your 11th house of good spirit, which is really wonderful for windfalls, pennies from heaven, kind of getting lucky breaks when it comes to money, good things to do with greater gains from your career, good news regarding social groups of belonging. It makes you more sociable, more active in the social sphere from January 23rd to February 15th, but it can also give you some kind of luck in terms of other people supporting you, particularly women who want to act like a benefactor or an ally for you. And it connects to an elder sibling house. So it's particularly the one above you, good things happening with and from and flowing toward you from your elder sibling. On February the 16th to March the 12th, then Venus leaves behind this part of your sky and moves into Aquarius. Now that's where that Pluto party is germinating, right? We're back to that 12th house. When she's here, you may come to terms with what pleasures are bad for you, alleviate yourself of bad habits and addictions, but she also can increase your desire for bad pleasures and more enjoyment of your private space, both romantically and just in terms of how you truly enjoy your quality alone time, your private time alone. And so February 16th to March the 12th, she's very actively asking you to investigate the answer to that question. But you can also have romantic getaways and pleasurable getaways with someone important to you in a foreign place or foreign land, February 16th to March the 12th. You may also be concerning yourself a bit with your investments, your stock market savings. She rules that part of your chart and coming up with new plans and new ideas for how to create better outcomes in that part of your chart. And she also could definitely open up a very yummy travel opportunity for you. Some of it could be travel for business, like with foreign people, foreign entities, but also travel for romance. And that is February 16th to March the 12th. Mars moves then into Capricorn. Mars has been in Capricorn January 3rd to February 13th, January 3rd to February 13th. That is your house of good spirit, where that luck is to be had. Mars can be cutting away and ending certain friendships or being separate from friends during January 23rd. January 3rd to February 13th, but it can also bring some positive developments because Venus was up there and Mars was rising there. Listen to my Mars rising video, by the way. You're going to have another you're going to have another few years ahead where 2 years ahead where all things are going to be very successful in your 11th house of good spirit. But you could have also had a male figure who's like a brother, big brother, getting in touch, can convert, trying to support you to do something positive. And that would be January is almost over, January 3rd to February 13th. On February 13th, Mars moves into your Aquarius Pluto party house. And we do know that then Venus is there on the 16th and Mercury got there earlier on already on February 5th. So this Pluto party is pretty intense. And when you get that Mars energy in your 12th house, it's really good for travel to foreign places. Like you get Venus for pleasure, leisure, or money travel. But when Mars is chiming in after January 3rd to February 13th, I'm sorry. Redates February 13th to March 23rd. A lot of you Pisces may have opportunities for travel, revenue from foreign shores and foreign places, and also a lot of ability to cut off and sever, let go of bad habits, patterns, and addictions, especially regarding things that you ingest, especially that. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here because on February the 19th, you're going to have a conjunction here in your second house of things you eat and also earnings and money of the North Node and Chiron. And North Node Chiron is a wound. So you've had a wound in your money earnings house, right? Ever since 2019, also maybe around your facial appearance, maybe around food styles and what you ingest. And you're healing that wound around February the 19th and really tossing it to the curb. And things are going to change after this. And it's because you have Mars and Venus and Pluto and Mercury and the Sun in your 12th house overlapping this. It really just says something like, wow, you're really going to kick the addiction to the curb or the bad habit. You're going to like get, good dental work if you need it, but you're also going to be able to change something fundamental about your money story through 12th house things. Some of that can be going deep into your past life, karmic vows of poverty, self-sabotaging addictions, ancestral curses. You can really kick a financial problem to the curb as well because of the month of February. Alrighty, let's move into, and the Pluto party is most intense, the 13th and the 19th. So, that's when you're kicking things to the curb and you have that sextile to Chiron. Wowzer, big changes for you in the big picture story of your life. Now, one last thing about Mars, Pluto, everybody, somebody in the hospital, somebody important to you, particularly likely male, could even be somebody who's involved in I don't know, a male figure in a hospital setting could happen for some of you, could happen during the month of February. Just keep that in mind, especially because of Mars in the 12th house. All right, now we're moving into a breakdown of the month bit by bit. Like I'm going to knock you down through the various storylines that happen. Get a calendar, write these dates down, right? Don't just try to memorize what I'm saying. On the 7th and 8th, there's a beautiful, happy surprises and love and money energy coming through the sky with Venus trining Uranus as she moves through Capricorn, and Uranus is in your this is an Earth trine, third house. An unexpected happy surprise around a sibling event, an unexpected educational opportunity, an unexpected travel opportunity, an unexpected monetary opportunity connected to a sibling or a neighbor or a neighborhood event, unexpected financial gain blowing up in a nice way through your online social media and career endeavors. This is February 7th to the 8th. Then on February 8th and 9th, Mars is chiming in a sextile to Neptune. Mars is in your 12th house where he's, cutting bad habits out if you need to. No, Mars is in your 11th house where he's helping you to, delineate where you need to be, cut off friends if you need to, be passionate about creating earnings in your career if that's something you're doing. And he's flowing to Neptune in the house of you could make some kind of dreams come true in your 11th house. If you have some kind of, dream come true, genie in a bottle, fairy godfather wish, I think some of that is looking like it's possibly manifesting for you in a very noble way on the 8th and 9th of February. February 10th is difficult because Mercury squares Jupiter. And later on, there's going to be another Jupiter square. So pay attention to what I say about Jupiter. Mercury, news, information in Aquarius, house of foreign shores and lands, squaring Jupiter in the house of travel. Some conflict around a travel opportunity, a travel plan, maybe also some kind of disagreement with a sibling, maybe also some kind of interesting information about neighbors and neighborhoods that is conflictual or difficult and maybe requires hard negotiation, deal-making conversations going on here February the 10th. And then on February the 13th, Venus flows from Capricorn, which is your 11th house of good spirit, and that's your career gains and dreams and wishes for your life and allies and benefactors, flows to Neptune in the house of you. Again, you're trying to dream your way to tangible results. You're trying to make your dreams come true between now and February of 2026, that Saturn Neptune combo. And you may also be getting dissolved and enlightened along the way. And I do feel like Venus being, this team you from the, because she exalts you as a she's your exaltation lord as a Pisces. She's powerful for you. When she's looking at you from your 11th house towards that Neptune, this is a soulmate love, divine love vibe, some kind of, higher love energies thriving and thrumming through you, but she's reconciliation and peace. So if you had a falling out with a friend or an elder sibling, this could be coming to a deep, profound healing, or you may be receiving some really great financial advantage that you didn't expect in your career direction. Well, you may expect it, but you're glad to receive it, okay? February 13th or so. But what a great Valentine's Day for that love vibe for you, especially 13th, 14th of February. On February 13th to the 15th, Mars conjuncts Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. This is intense drive, ambition, and willpower. And it could be ruthless sometimes, but it's in the house of foreign places and foreign people, 12th house. Also, your deeper unconscious, subconscious, and spiritual stories, past lives, karma. I wonder, this can be Pluto. Sun is still here, powerful, wealthy person somewhere in a far off place is going to be intensely actively engaging you, right? Talking to you, speaking to you, emailing you, texting you, those kinds of stories. It's very big energy here. And Mars rules your ninth house of visas and passports, but also the house of foreign places. So there can be an intense foreign opportunity to travel, communications with someone from a far off land. If you're in the online world and you use PayPal, Stripe, and payment processors, Mars, Pluto, Mercury, everybody's in the Pluto party, February 13th to the 19th, some intensity around the kinds of monies you make, basically in your online world, if that's something you do. And you watch for power struggles, right? Pluto can always bring power struggles, especially in a conjunction to Mars. But on the other hand, it's a very subtle place and it's not really all about you. I'm hoping that there's not a male figure that has, potentially being quite ill in a hospital and even passing February 13th to 15th. Don't get worried about it, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. Just be aware. Solar figures are father figures, and it's embroiled in this Pluto-Mars moment of time. Now, Mars does rule your house of earnings, and so there may be a lot of intensity around how you can gin up better earnings. And don't forget, we have that flow to Chiron healing your wound on the 19th of February. So you're having a pivotal power up, turning point, and major decisions being made about money and financial strategies in your life around February 13th to the 15th. On February the 20th to the 23rd, the cosmic lovers tango together in a conjunction in your house of foreign places, 12th house Aquarius conjunction. This can mean a lot of fun, a romance, sex. It could be a sexy trip away because of the other parts of your sky that are active. And it may also be an engaging energy around synthesizing your divine masculine and feminine, because this is an awakening house and this could blow you open to some new spiritual awakening as, King Sol and Queen Luna, your divine masculine and feminine are in a merger February 20th to 23rd. It's definitely good for bed pleasures though, and this can be a very hot sexual interlude February 20th to the 23rd. Very transcendent, maybe magical type of tantric union can happen here. Then on February 26th to the 28th, Mars will square Jupiter, just as we saw earlier when I mentioned that we saw a square from Mercury on February 10th. Possibly February 10th is connected to whatever's happening on February 26th to 28th. Jupiter, he's all about your travel plans, your local neighborhood, sibling connections, extended family, writing projects, online world. That's your third house Jupiter placement, squares off with Mars, who's got a big agenda with Pluto, talking to you from your 12th house. I would say that Mars applying with Pluto is pretty powerful, and Venus is teaming up with him And so Jupiter's kind of got the weaker hand here because he's in Venus's house and wants what Venus wants for you. So a lot of 12th house pressure could take the air out of your balloon when it comes to excitement around a skills-based teaching or learning opportunity, a travel opportunity, a prosperity from your online world, a connection with a sibling, especially younger, and kind of a deflationary or popping of a balloon or friction here. It could be just friction with an elder sibling, a younger sibling, friction with a neighbor, but it's definitely intense energy as well because of Pluto in the mix. And then on February 28th, we have a triple cazimi. This is going to be Mercury in the heart of the sun conjunct Saturn, 9 Pisces. Well, that's a house of you. You have a divine download. You have a new insight. You have a new idea coming through the sky from February 28th at about 6 weeks for the unfoldment. And this cazimi is also flowing to Jupiter in your third house of writing, communications, ideas, local neighborhood, pets, not pets, local neighborhood, neighbors, younger sibling, cazimi, insight, decisions, with Saturn there, you're being really realistic, but it's kind of you could have a divine download about how you can create your, deepest, truest ideal vision for yourself, for your life, for your health, and your health as well. And maybe you also see a new path ahead coming off this cazimi regarding opportunities connected to learning. And maybe you want to enroll in something because you have a divine aha, or maybe you want to teach something and you have a divine aha, or you want to write something and you have the divine insight to do so. So pay attention to your dreams. Come to my Mercury cazimi webinar that's going to be happening around this time because I'm going to do a free webinar on that. So you can learn about the fixed stars and asteroids involved in this cazimi and how you, based on your sign, can best harness it. So check that free offer in my description box below. I'd love to have you in the webinar, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thanks for listening, guys. It's been a long, long day, and I'm just finishing you up now, and it is January 26th. Patreon gets this early access ad-free 2 days before you. If you're at all interested in early access ad-free content, check out my description link below. And if you want to get my 2024 All Signs videos before the sale ends on January 31st or February 1st, check my description box below. And sorry if you missed the sale. Maybe wait to the next sale, which would be an Easter special, or otherwise just get the videos that help me fundraise for my microphone and what do you call it, time stamping and video editing services that I need to help this channel be more professional. That's what that fundraiser is for. And that's why that content never goes into the public, even though I forego more subscribers, because I don't put it into the public. It helps me raise money for my business. So thank you very, very much. Everyone have a wonderful February. Thank you. Thank you, Pisces.